I do.
We need to
awesome.
direction.
It is awesome.
Oh, yeah, the chair can go.
We want to make
Here, I'll stay this side, so when you get in the middle.
Well, we need to have some more folks on that side. We need some folks on that side.
Yeah, we need to balance it.
We'll bounce over here.
Who do we trade for dinner?
We're good. Good morning, everyone. Buenos dias. We're going to start with our press conference this morning with Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniela Levin Cava, followed by Chairman Jose Pepe Diaz. After that, we're going to hear from Superintendent Dotres and Mayor Dan Gelbert. We're going to finish with Creole interpretation and open up for questions. Mayor.
I think you should go before Dotres. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Daniela Levin Cava, your county mayor, and I want to thank you all for being with us here today as we prepare for the potential impacts of Hurricane Ian. And a special thanks to my colleagues at the Board of County Commissioners. Of course, we're here with our chairman and Commissioner Danielle Cohen-Higgins, to our mayor of Miami Beach, to Superintendent Dotres. We've also been in touch with other cities, and particularly with Mayor Suarez last night and this morning, and we are collaborating closely across the county with everyone affected. We're going to hear from the superintendent about their plans and also other college and university plans. So although Miami-Dade County is not in the cone of concern for Ian, this is a major storm and impacts are expected to extend well beyond the cone. We're taking all necessary steps to prepare for inclement weather, including rain, wind, flooding, and some of which already began yesterday and continues today, and will continue tomorrow and through till Thursday. As of this morning, Hurricane Ian has been upgraded to a major Category 3 hurricane as it heads over Cuba and continues to track towards Florida's west coast. 50,000 people have been evacuated along Cuba's western shore, and the people of Miami-Dade County stand with the people of Cuba as we keep them in our prayers this morning. Miami-Dade County may experience tropical force winds with potential tornadoes in the area, and a storm surge watch is in effect for lower parts of Miami-Dade County with likely flooding due to high tides. There is also potential for storm surge along the eastern coast. So as of this morning, a tropical storm watch is in effect for portions of Miami-Dade, and a tornado watch are in effect county-wide. We are expecting an estimated 3 to 8 inches of rain through Thursday, with the risk of flash and urban flooding, along with gusts of tropical storm winds starting tomorrow morning. September marks the start of the annual cycle of high tides, called king tides, and the arrival of Hurricane Ian coinciding with king tide season means heightened risk of flooding across our community, especially in low-lying areas. County teams have been working hard already since before the weekend to prepare for the extra rainfall, and we urge all of our residents to be vigilant and exercise a high level of caution. This week, Miami-Dade Department of Transportation and Public Works led inspections of local drainage areas, and they worked to remove debris, especially in low-lying areas. And the Department of Regulatory and Economic Resources, in close coordination with South Florida Water Management District, is conducting pre-storm inspections, and we have lowered the canal water levels across Miami-Dade in anticipation of the rain. Our teams particularly focus on known issue areas from past storm events where we can anticipate flooding may occur. So our water and sewer department is also working to protect critical infrastructure and to ensure operations remain steady. They've installed temporary dams around pump stations in vulnerable areas. They have lowered water levels in critical points within the sanitary sewer system. Out of an abundance of caution, we're closing non-essential county services tomorrow and Thursday. That includes libraries and parks. Transit and airport will remain open. So transit and the airport will be open, but other non-essential services will be closed. There are many ways that our residents can help our county become storm ready too. You can help, each and every one of you, to minimize impacts to our wastewater system by keeping the manhole covers closed. Do not pry them open. This will minimize as well water usage, very critical, minimize water usage in the morning and evening during heavy rain. Miami-Dade is already experiencing wind and rain, so if you don't need to drive, it's safer to stay off the roads, and the roads are right now, unfortunately, quite crowded. We're encouraging Miami-Dade County employees who are able to work from home today and tomorrow to do so, and if you need to be on the roads, please drive with extra care. Please only call 911 if you have a medical or life-threatening emergency. 911 is for life-threatening emergencies. If you need to report severe flooding within unincorporated Miami-Dade or the city of Miami, please call 311. Use the 311 Direct app, and 311 hours will be extended through 9 p.m. tonight and tomorrow to receive your calls. You can also share updates on social media. We will be monitoring. Please use the hashtag Miami-Dade Weather to help us track where flooding is happening countywide. We will monitor and take action. We have county crews on standby to support with draining flooded areas as needed. And residents and visitors, please keep in mind important flood safety measures. You can prepare your business or your home for flooding no matter where you live, but especially if you're in a low-lying area or near water. Elevate your furnace, your water heater, your electric panel in your home. Bring in outside furniture and move valuables to higher places. Unplug electric appliances, moving them to higher levels. And remember, don't touch electric appliances if you are wet or standing in water. Remember, a flood or flash flood watch means there is a possibility of flooding or a flash flood in your area. A flood warning means a flood is occurring or will likely occur. So a watch is a possibility. A warning means that it is happening or will likely occur. If you're advised to evacuate, please do so immediately. Seek higher ground. Do not wait for instructions. It is never safe to drive or walk into floodwaters. Turn around. Don't drown. Be safe. And never underestimate the power of water. 6 inches of fast-moving floodwater can knock over an adult. 2 feet of rushing water can carry away most vehicles. So stay away from downed power lines and electric wires. You can report those down-powered lines to FPL by calling 305-442-8770, 305-442-8770. And finally, don't stand or play in standing water because there is a risk of contamination. Head to miamidade.gov/Ian, IAN, for more flood safety information and updates. So for all of our visitors across the county and those traveling, Miami International Airport and our county's general aviation airports remain open. But flights between MIA and the Cayman Islands, Cuba, Central and North Florida are expected to be delayed or canceled, and others may be as well. So we continue to encourage all travelers flying to confirm your flight status with the airline before heading to the airport. Some airlines may be offering rebooking for canceled flights, and we encourage you to check. While Miami-Dade is fortunate to be spared the worst of Hurricane Ian, I cannot stress enough that this storm reminds all of us that we are in the peak of hurricane season. Now is the time to make sure that you and your family are prepared. Make sure you have a hurricane plan in place and that your hurricane kit is stocked. All the key steps you should take before, during, and after storm can be found at miamidade.gov/hurricane and by downloading the Ready MDC app for iPhone or Android. Please continue to monitor local media, verified social media platforms. We will continue to share important updates about conditions throughout the week. And finally, our thoughts are with all of those in the direct path of this storm. I ask our community to please join me in praying for the continued safety of people in Cuba and those in the Florida Keys, Tampa, St. Pete, Sarasota, and communities along the west coast of Florida as they prepare for Hurricane Ian to make landfall this week. Thank you and God bless. And I want to also acknowledge Senator Rubio's team who has joined us here today. Buenos días, gracias por estar aquí. Aunque el condado de Miami-Dade ya no se encuentra en el cono de preocupación del huracán Ian, estamos preparándonos para el mal tiempo que ya empezamos a ver desde ayer, incluyendo mucho viento, mucha lluvia y posibles inundaciones. A partir de esta mañana, el huracán Ian se ha convertido en un huracán de categoría 3 a medida que pasa sobre Cuba y continúa avanzando hacia la costa oeste de la Florida. El pueblo de Miami-Dade apoya al pueblo cubano y los mantenemos en nuestras oraciones esta mañana. El condado de Miami-Dade está bajo una alerta de tormenta tropical para partes del interior de Miami-Dade. Se esperan vientos con fuerza de tormenta tropical con posibles tornados en el área. También hay una alerta de marejada para las partes bajas del condado de Miami-Dade con probables inundaciones debido a las mareas altas. En términos de los principales impactos que anticipamos ver en nuestra comunidad, esperamos de 3 hasta 8 pulgadas de lluvia hasta el jueves con riesgo de inundaciones y ráfagas de vientos a partir de mañana por la mañana. Los equipos del condado están trabajando día y noche para prepararnos para la lluvia. Revisaron las áreas de drenaje locales y retiraron escombros. Bajaron los niveles de agua de los canales en todo Miami-Dade. Instalaron represas temporales alrededor de las estaciones de bombeo en áreas vulnerables y bajaron los niveles de agua en puntos críticos dentro del sistema de tuberías para garantizar operaciones. Les pedimos a nuestros residentes que nos ayuden a disminuir los impactos en nuestro sistema de tubería, manteniendo cerradas las tapas de las alcantarillas y disminuyendo el uso de agua durante momentos de lluvia intensa. El Aeropuerto Internacional de Miami permanece abierto, pero se espera que los vuelos entre Miami y las Islas Caimán, Cuba y el centro y el norte de Florida se retrasen o se cancelan esta semana debido al huracán Ian. Todo viajero debe confirmar el estado de su vuelo con su aerolínea. Miami-Dade ya está recibiendo viento y lluvia. Es más seguro quedarse en casa, pero si necesitan salir, conduzcan con mucho cuidado. Por favor, no llaman a 911 a menos que sea una emergencia grave. Si necesita reportar alguna inundación dentro de las áreas no incorporadas de Miami-Dade o la ciudad de Miami, llame al 311 o use la aplicación 311 Direct. 311 va a estar operando en horario extendida hasta las 9 de la noche hoy y mañana. También pueden compartir información en las redes sociales usando el hashtag Miami-Dade Weather para ayudarnos a saber dónde están ocurriendo inundaciones en todo el condado. Tenemos equipos adicionales listos para asistir las zonas gravemente inundadas. Manténganse lejos de cables eléctricos caídos y pueden reportarlos a Florida Power and Light llamando al 305-442-8770. Visitan miamidade.gov/Ian para más información y ahora es el momento de tener un plan para usted y su familia y verificar que su equipo de emergencia para huracanes esté listo. Finalmente, nuestros pensamientos están con todos aquellos en el camino directo de la tormenta. Le pido a nuestra comunidad que oremos por la seguridad del pueblo cubano y nuestros vecinos de Los Cayos, Tampa, San Petersburg, Sarasota y las comunidades a lo largo de la costa oeste de Florida mientras se preparan para el huracán Ian. Y gracias también por la oficina del senador Rubio para estar con nosotros. Gracias a todos. And now we're going to do Creole. Oh, we have also been joined by Hialeah Mayor Stephen Bovo. Thank you. Do we have our Creole translator? We're going to. Okay, very good. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Let me reiterate simply that we're working together with the administration. My colleagues and myself have been working now for several days, and also with other partners, including South Florida Water Management. We've been working to make sure since Wednesday of this last week, lowering the canal levels to have the capacity to anticipate the amount of waterfall that they have. As the mayor said, it could be anywhere from 3 to 8 inches, but it could actually grow in certain areas depending on the type of rain silos that could be coming through. So, therefore, we are expecting to handle the majority of the water, as has been stated by the mayor, and we will work diligently to continue to do so, but there will be areas that are flooded. And those areas, we're preparing to also lower more of the system within the next couple of hours. The C420 and the C421, which is back pumps, will be put in play. That will drop the water considerably in the system to be able to hold even more capacity. So what that means is that we've been working together to make sure that the reality of flooding is lessened due to the experiences we've had in the past. And again, I want to thank the administration in working with us and allowing us to work with them and one voice. We also, as our colleagues and myself, want to pray for the people of Cuba and also the people that will be impacted by the storm in many areas in Florida in the days to come. En español, simplemente quiero darle las gracias a la alcaldesa y a la administración para trabajar en conjunto con los comisionados y conmigo para buscar la forma de ayudar en todo posible. Quiero darle las gracias a todos los compañeros que trabajan con nosotros, en este caso Manejo de Agua del Sur de la Florida, la organización que mueve el agua acá hacia el sur, y hemos trabajado con ellos adecuadamente desde el miércoles para reducir los canales y también abrir todas las compuertas que son necesarias. Eso ya se ha llevado a cabo. También tenemos el sistema en la parte de atrás del condado que tiene más o menos sobre 600, casi 700 acres y puede aguantar 1,000,000 de galones de agua en el sistema. Eso para rebajar, para poder tener más capacidad dentro de los canales para poder recibir la cantidad de agua que está proyectada para recibir. También sabemos que, como dijo la alcaldesa, de 3 a 8 pulgadas de agua podemos recibir en esta tormenta, pero no significa que cierta parte del condado puedan recibir todavía más cantidad de agua arriba de esa figura. Estamos al tanto y hemos trabajado conjunto en los niveles y todas las cosas que hemos podido hacer. También queremos dar en las oraciones, mis colegas y yo, también a lo que es los ciudadanos de Cuba y todos los ciudadanos que han sido afectados, las personas de la isla de Jamaica, de Cuba, y también las personas que están en el frente de cuando este huracán toque tierra en la Florida. Orar por ellos y sus familias y que todo salga bien por ese lado. Son conjuntos, de nuevo hemos trabajado y hemos hecho la parte eficaz y seguiremos trabajando juntos durante esta tormenta. Recuérdese, la cosa más importante es ser precavido, no tener el agua, no salgan a estar en el agua por cuenta de cualquier línea electrónica que puede caer y puede en ese momento darle electricidad a cualquier persona y puede fallecer vida, como ha pasado en el pasado. No salgan si no tienen que estar en la calle, ten sentido común y eso sería, lo máximo que podemos recibir. Muchas gracias.
Okay, I think we'll have the mayor go.
I'm Dan Gelber, I'm the mayor of Miami Beach. Dade County has a lot of complexities of government, different types of government, and frankly, rising water doesn't really care about geographic boundaries or political division. So I really want to thank Mayor Levine Cava, our chairman, my colleague mayors who are here in the commission for leading to make sure we have one voice and that it's seamless and that people know that when we ask them to be warned about something or to take some kind of direction, that they actually understand that we're all in agreement here, we're working together. And I think that's very important, so thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
My city, look, I think yesterday my team on Miami Beach said that they had one of the highest tides they've ever had over there. And we are in king tide season, which means like once a month it's going to be pretty high, and it just happens to be in the next few days. So usually mid-morning the tides go pretty high. And so for people just to think about it this way, with all this rain coming down, the ground is already wet. So it's harder for it to sort of absorb away. So you're going to see more flooding than you typically see. In fact, in my city of Miami Beach, we sometimes see sunny day flooding. I know other cities see the same thing because our county is made out of pretty much porous limestone and the water comes up. So it's very important to be aware of that. And also to understand that standing water that's a few inches high or more is going to be added on with storm rain, which means that it's going to be in your neighborhoods possibly, and it's not something you should play in. Your kids shouldn't play in it, your pets shouldn't drink it, it's not clean water, and sometimes you can't see what's underneath it when you're driving, so you have to be very careful. We have, in our city of Miami Beach, we have a pretty ambitious pump and generator system, but we have 10 pumps that we're deploying along with 5 generators. We've cleaned out the system so that it's ready for this. We do have numbers you can call on Miami Beach if you have the kinds of obstructions that you're worried about or damage. You can call 305-673-7625, or you can simply email flooding@miamibeachflaw.gov so that you can be aware of that. So thank you very much, Mayor, and let's stay safe, and our thoughts are with all our folks on the West Coast.
We're going to hear from Superintendent Dotris now. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. And of course, the most important piece that we've shared today is that it's one voice. And I'm here on behalf of our school board, our board chair, Perla Tavares-Hatman, and our entire school board to thank the mayor in making sure that we are all united in the way that we respond to the storm. We, of course, this afternoon suspended all after-school extracurricular activities, athletics, and evening classes. So that was our first phase of making sure that we keep our students safe. We are, of course, very concerned because of the large number of students that we transport. So wind factor makes a significant contribute significantly to our decision making. So in addition to that flooding, we have a lot of students that, of course, walk to school. And so as a result with that, and in conjunction with the decision that we've made, we will be closing schools Wednesday and Thursday. We have all updated information on our school website, dadeschools.net. But again, we're doing this because of multiple reasons. The high winds that will impact transportation, and many of our students that walk to school. We want to make sure that they're safe and that we respond adequately to anything that they need. Again, Mayor, thank you very much for this coordinated effort, this one voice that represents who we are as a community. If I can just say it in Spanish, muchas gracias. Número uno, lo más importante el día de hoy es que somos una voz. Estamos todos en coordinación para el beneficio de nuestra comunidad y de todos nuestros estudiantes. Entonces, nuestro plan de seguridad para nuestros estudiantes empieza esta noche. Todas las actividades después del colegio y las actividades atléticas y nuestras clases por la noche han sido canceladas. También, debido al factor del viento y al factor de la lluvia, tenemos que estar seguros que nuestros muchachos, nuestros estudiantes que viajan en los autobuses o que caminan a los colegios tienen que estar seguros. Y para estar bien seguros y bien protegidos, hemos conjuntamente hemos hecho la decisión de cerrar nuestros colegios el miércoles y el jueves. Una vez más, a través de la red social y nuestro webpage principal, que es dateschools.net, cualquier información va a estar disponible ahí. Pero una vez más, es importante, y muchas gracias a Mayor Levin Cava y el equipo entero de ella por estar seguro que estamos actuando todos en conjunto, en una voz. Y lo más importante es que nos mantengamos seguros en nuestras casas y por favor atiendan a las noticias y a todas las precauciones que se van a comunicar para estar seguros que todos estemos bien protegidos en nuestra comunidad. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you so much, Superintendent. And now we'd like to hear from Mayor Steve Bovo from Hialeah, please, Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. And I'd like to acknowledge the work that's been done before the storm. The lowering of the canals is significant. I want to thank you for the effort, Mayor, and the Commission for everything before the storm. In the city of Hialeah, we had been very proactive now since Sunday. We've asked our crews to go out and start making sure that all our drains are clear of debris. Our pump stations are all operational. We've already received a lot of water, but at this point, we have no areas of major concern. But we do expect flooding, and there's no way around it. We will continue to do sandbags today while supplies last, and we're doing that at Babcock Park in the city of Hialeah. We have also, apart from the bag distributions that we're doing today, we've reviewed all our senior buildings, which was something that was very important for us, and we made sure that those buildings are secure. The low-lying buildings that could be prone to flooding have already been attended to. For those in the city of Hialeah that would like to receive alerts directly from the city, we ask you that you text Alert Hialeah at 888-777. Alert Hialeah at 888-777, and you'll be receiving around-the-clock updated information with regards to the storm and areas, whether it's flooding or power outages. Bien breve en español, le queremos dar las gracias a la alcaldesa y al condado por los esfuerzos que han hecho ante la tormenta, que creo que era sumamente importante y crucial. La ciudad de Hialeah tomó actividad a partir del domingo en sí, a revisar todas las zonas de drenaje para asegurarse que estuvieran libres de algún tipo de impedimento cuando venga el agua. Va a venir agua, esperamos que va a haber zonas de inundaciones y vamos a estar preparados para eso. Creo que también es importante señalar que estamos repartiendo bolsas de arena en el parque de Babcock hoy el día entero hasta que dure las bolsas de arena. Entonces va a llegar un momento donde no vamos a poder más repartir más. Si van a poner basura, le pedimos que ya a partir de hoy no pongan basura, porque vamos a suspender esfuerzos de la recogida de basura pasado mañana, y posiblemente hasta el jueves no se va a ver recogida de basura. Sumamente importante que las personas no pongan basura en la calle, porque no la vamos a poder recoger. Y si quieren recibir alertas de la ciudad de Hialeah, por favor pueden textear Alert Hialeah al 888-777, Alert Hialeah 888-777. Y quiero también unirme a las voces de nuestras oraciones a nuestros hermanos y hermanas en la isla de Cuba que están pasando esta tormenta en este momento, y nuestras oraciones con todos los que viven en la Florida, que Dios los salve de muchos daños. Muchas gracias. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. And we'll hear from Commissioner Cohen-Higgins, whose area, unfortunately, is prone to flooding. So thank you, Commissioner.
Excuse me. Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have a pleasure of representing South Miami-Dade County, where very recently, just a few months ago, unfortunately, we experienced severe flooding. And our message to our residents in South Miami-Dade County is to get prepared and to be alert. We're going to have wind gusts up to 57 miles per hour, not sustained, but flooding is going to be likely to occur in our same area in South Miami-Dade County. We do have a number of pumps on hand ready to be deployed in in the event that the flooding occurs again. And I want to thank our Madam Mayor and everyone here for preparations that began in advance of this storm, including the lowering of our canals so that we can mitigate the flooding effects as much as possible. We're all working together to ensure that we are as adequately prepared for this storm as possible. Please remain off of the roadways if at all possible. And I want to thank everyone again for the level of preparation that we've seen in anticipation of Ian, and prayers to everyone who has family members on the west coast of Florida and everyone in the Caribbean, including Cuba. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Commissioner. Great. So we're going to have our Creole translation, and I just want to acknowledge that we have with us our Chief Operations Officer. That's it, our Chief Operations Officer. We have our Chief of Fire and Public Safety as well for any questions, and our Water and Sewer Department and Transportation, and our RER, Regulatory and Economic Resources. Well, yes, we have Miami Beach in the house. All right.
Jimmy and your...
Oh, yeah. Please, Lionel. Thank you. And solid waste. Thank you.
Thank you, Madame Mayor. Bonjour tout le monde. À partir matin, Ian commence à prendre grade, il monte dans la catégorie 3 pendant que il a traversé sur tête Cuba et l'a dirigé vers West Floride, dans toute côte là. Quand Miami-Dade, qu'on y a capable d'expérimenter dans le jour qui va venir ou bien dans l'heure qui va venir, en pile la pluie, en pile vent, y compris tornade. Gagné grosse surveillance qui a fait dans zone nan, dans tout côté qui pi bas dans zone Miami-Dade, parce que gagne un peu chance que gagne zone qui bas yo gagne inondation là-dedans yo. Équipe Comté a continue à travailler sur quantité de l'eau qui gagne qui vient additionner sur de l'eau qui là déjà pour aider la communauté à capable préparer. Nous demandons tout le monde, s'il vous plaît, exercer en pile prudence et en pile précaution. Il y a quelques bagages que tout résident capable de faire pour être capable d'aider contre Miami-Dade. Garder tout égout fermé. Ensuite, minimiser la quantité de l'eau que nous utilisons matin avec assoir. Préparer business nous avec la caille nous avec l'idée que capable de gagner inondation n'importe qui l'heure. Et si vous tendez gagner un avis qui demande pour évacuer, faites ça immédiatement. Pas conduire, pas marcher dans une zone côté qui gagne de l'eau. Si nous avons un câble d'électricité qui bat ou bien qui tombe, faites attention, pas là-dedans, pas moyen. Si vous avez besoin de rapporter, câble qui tombe, relais numéro que vous allez le 1-800-468-8243. Je vais répéter le numéro 1-800-468-8243. Merci. Madam Mayor.
So you have it correct. Okay. Thank you so much. And just to be sure everyone knows, the FPL number is 1-800-4-OUTAGE, which is 1-800-468-8243. We reported it incorrectly before, so just to correct for everyone's records. All right, so now we'll take any questions.
Any information the director can give us concerning the police department? Are they going to go 12-12 or?
Good morning. No, we're not going to change any schedules right now. We'll be doing our regular patrols, but we'll be sharing information. If anything were to change, we're capable of mobilizing at any moment.
Okay, Doug?
We asked the superintendent just to clarify regarding the school closures. So that's a rain decision, not a wind decision?
That's a good question. It's a both decision, right? We're dealing with the potential impact of wind, in particular, a lot of our students that are transported, and then rain, the potential flooding. We have a lot of students that also walk to school. And we do have pockets of areas throughout our county that we have to be very careful with potential flooding. So it is a matter of both.
And could we ask the mayor or the transportation director, you're not expecting the same conditions to cause buses to stop running?
So if you'd like to come forward, Director Cleckley. Yes, exactly. That's true. It's a difference between sustained and gusts.
Yes, Yulis Cleckley, Director, Department of Transportation and Public Works. And so, and the specific element of this storm has to do with the difference between sustained winds and wind gusts. And so right now it's anticipated to have wind gusts between 30 to 50 miles per hour. Our protocol is that we do not suspend service until it gets sustained winds of 39 miles per hour. So we'll continue to monitor the storm, of course, and make those proper decisions to make sure all of our passengers are safe.
¿Podrían decirlo de transporte público en español, por favor? Porque los residentes preguntan.
Los buses son esenciales y por eso tenemos un plan, una regla que hasta los vientos están sostenidos más que above what?
39.
Más que 39 millas, nos suspendimos el servicio. Pero vamos a continuar monitoreándolo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Of course. Thank you. Thank you for being here.